In this video, we have a perfect storm for Tesla stock following Tesla's AI Day 2022, Q3 production and delivery numbers, and a fearful, uncertain macroeconomic environment. This week will no doubt be one of the more, shall we say, interesting weeks in the history of Tesla stock, at least in my uninformed opinion. And before we get into it, if you want to instantly unlock over 100 exclusive videos, plus my 10-year Tesla stock price targets and loads of other perks, including optional access to my Tesla valuation model, join our growing community of thousands of supporters on Patreon with the link in the pinned comment. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. So about that perfect storm for Tesla stock, first of all, let's check out the Q3 delivery and production numbers over on the Tesla website, Tesla vehicle production and deliveries, and date for financial results and webcasts for the third quarter 2022. In the third quarter, we produced over 365,000 vehicles and delivered over 343,000 vehicles, a record for the quarter, but well under what the Wall Street consensus was looking for. There is a reason for this. Tesla actually began explaining this quite recently. They're getting to a point now in terms of scale where it doesn't make economic sense to push insane numbers of vehicles out at the end of the quarter, pay expedited shipping, higher freight costs, and so on. Tesla's now at a point where they've stopped giving a flying about squeezing out every last vehicle delivery in that quarter. This is a huge change for the company, and this decision is coming from a position of strength. But the bears are going to be out in droves in a few hours' time, appearing in the mainstream finance media. Huge miss from Tesla, demands collapsing, sales collapsing, competition coming, blah, 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 blah. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's read on. Historically, our delivery volumes have skewed towards the end of each quarter due to regional batch building of cars. As our production volumes continue to grow, aka Tesla in a much stronger position, it is becoming increasingly challenging to secure vehicle transportation capacity and at a reasonable cost during these peak logistics weeks. In Q3, we began transitioning to a more even regional mix of vehicle builds each week, which led to an increase in cars in transit at the end of the quarter. These cars have been ordered and will be delivered to customers upon arrival at their destination. In other words, there's a lot of cars from this quarter that have yet to be delivered. They're actually going to end up landing early in Q4. So let's look at the numbers in detail here. S and X production, almost 20,000. Deliveries a little under. Model 3 and Y production, close to 350,000. Big difference in terms of production and deliveries here. Deliveries just over 325,000. The total production of 365,923 vehicles and deliveries 343,830. Now, how about some historical context? Let's rewind 1 year ago, Q3 2021. This time last year, Tesla producing about 238,000 vehicles. A colossal difference. Tesla producing about 50% more vehicles this year in Q3 than they did last year in Q3. 50%. If we go back even further to 2020 in Q3, Tesla produced 145,000 vehicles. And why not? Let's go back to Q3 2019. 96,155 vehicles produced. For anyone keeping score at home, I started this channel early Q4 2019, just after Tesla had posted this whopping near 100,000 vehicles produced. So to recap, they've gone from 96,000 in 2019 to 145,000 in 2020 to 238,000 in 2021 and 365,000 in 2022, which obviously indicates that growth has collapsed. The competition has finally come all over Tesla instead of itself, and Tesla's obviously going bankrupt. The Tesla bears are going to have an absolute fucking field day with this catastrophic delivery miss, so don't say I didn't warn you. Of course, we've seen 50% year-over-year growth from Q3 to Q3, but no doubt they'll be painting a very bearish narrative. I do want to underscore the primary reason for this is actually quite clear, as Tesla explained. In fact, they already set expectations. I think it was the last quarterly earnings or maybe the annual meeting. They explained they're no longer going to be pushing so hard for end of quarter deliveries. The real kicker, of course, is going to be Q4. I personally believe Tesla is still on track to do in excess of 1.4 million vehicles delivered this year, and that's despite the insane fascist shutdowns in Shanghai, costing Tesla about 100,000 units of production. Just wanted to share this tweet from Gary Black. Quote, Tesla stock likely to fall tomorrow after Q3 deliveries missed Wall Street expectations. 344,000 versus Wall Street estimates of 358,000, despite management's explanation of smoothing out quarter-end deliveries to reduce transit costs. AI Day 2 unlikely to have much impact. Elon's Twitter deposition is later this week. China September sales next weekend. September jobs info on Friday. Lots going on. Now, we all know making short-term predictions about what Tesla stock will do is fraught with danger, but unless there are some very deep-pocketed, big institutional investors who've actually understood what the f*** they saw at Tesla's AI Day 2 and start buying up big quantities of Tesla stock, I'll be pretty surprised if we don't see a lot of red this week. Speaking of Gary Black, this is a great tweet that really puts things in perspective. This is hard to believe, but Twitter stock is now recorded a higher 2023 PE of 48.3 times than Tesla stock is at 45.3 times on Wall Street 2023 estimates. Despite Tesla offering 2 times Twitter's expected revenue and EPS growth between 2023 and 2027. Just to translate the finance jargon for those of you who don't live in spreadsheets, this stock market is currently assigning a higher multiple, in other words, more value, to Twitter, the dumpster fire of a company that is Twitter. Barely any growth, absolute clusterfuck, half the company totally useless, than Tesla. You know, the company that's growing 50% year over year. Nothing's ever grown this fast at this scale ever before. Money printing machine, dominating industries. Talk about a disconnect. With each passing day and each percentage point change in the price of Tesla stock, the disconnect between what Tesla stock is worth and the market's perception, in my mind, continues to widen. It really is the perfect storm. Nobody could have predicted what's happened over the last 6 months. The war in Ukraine, the Fed losing the fucking plot, jacking interest rates up, trying to destroy the housing market and large parts of the economy in the United States, many other countries following suit. There is so much panic, fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the stock market. Big institutional investors fleeing from growth stocks because they're really risky at this point in time. Multiples compressing. Growth stocks, Tesla in particular, being dragged down. In addition, there's a whole Elon Musk Twitter overhang. A million other reasons as well. In short, Tesla stock is getting pounded down, day after day, week after week, month after month. I feel like Tesla stock is spring-loaded at this point in time, but I think there may be a little bit more to come before Tesla finally catches up to reality. Of course, we never know. Anything could happen. But keep in mind, it's not just Q3 deliveries, a massive miss. It's not just the panic, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the macroeconomic environment freaking investors the fuck out, and the groupthink fleeing growth stocks, blah, 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 blah. There's also the reaction to Tesla's AI Day 2022, and this is going to be the big one. I just want to refer back to my recent tweet predicting the reactions to Tesla's AI Day number 2. Now, we've already heard from the Tesla Q virgins. It's a stock pump, Elon's a fraud. Also, I'm a virgin and I hate myself. I nailed that one. Also nailed the reaction from AI and robotics experts. Pretty impressed. And I don't mean the armchair Einsteins who claim to be an expert who don't actually work in the field and haven't actually done anything. I mean the actual experts actually making this stuff. My prediction for the reaction from Tesla retail investors was on point. They're very happy. So happy, in fact, this is a perfect time to get ultra meta and prove my point. Check out the ultra limited edition bot version 0.42 merch now available for a short time on the merch store. There's shirts, mugs, phone cases, and plenty more. This is super nerdy, esoteric stuff. Most people are going to see this and go, what the fuck even is that, bro? But you'll know, this is the clunky, very first thing Tesla ever showed the world. The first step toward a humanoid, intelligent robot. If you're interested, check out the link in the pinned comment. These won't last long. I'm not joking around. It is limited edition. And I can tell you for a fucking fact, there's going to be 0 Wall Street analysts and 0 members of the mainstream finance media picking these up. Pretty close on the reaction from the masses as well. But we've yet to see any real reactions from the mainstream media and the analysts. They're busy taking the weekend off, and hey, not a hater here, I'm just pointing out that we've yet to hear from them, but a tsunami of coverage of this event is about to drop, depending on when you watch this video, and this is what we're going to hear. I'm going for a clean sweep on these predictions. This is the last one, and I know I'm going to be right. Just about everyone in the mainstream media, and just about every Wall Street stock analyst who discusses the Tesla AI Day 2022 event will describe it as a disappointing and or a distraction. Pie in the sky. It's 100 years away. It's never going to happen. They're just trying to distract people. Boston Dynamics did it better 20 years ago. I can see it coming now. And this is where I knit things together. As I said, we have the perfect storm. A big delivery and production miss. Macroeconomic panic, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And Tesla's recruiting event, which from the outset was destined to go over the head of just about everyone who saw it, except the people Tesla was attempting to recruit. Oh, hang on guys. So sorry. My producer's in my ear. Apparently I made a mistake. I was wrong. Hang on. That's rare. Oh, I see. There has in fact been one Wall Street stock analyst reaction to Tesla's AI Day 2022 already, so I misspoke. There has been a single reaction. In fact, this is really embarrassing, but apparently I featured it in a video recently. But in case you missed it, here's the very first Wall Street stock analyst reaction to Tesla's AI Day 2022. Just let me bring up my spreadsheet, hang on. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. There we go, I got it. Perfect. Okay, so, sorry guys, just bear with me here. I'm just trying to discover. Okay. Okay. Alright guys, I'm just trying to find somewhere in my spreadsheet to put all those things that we just saw. Cars sold, ASP margin, profit. I don't think there's anywhere in my spreadsheet to put any of these things. So I'm just going to ignore them. Because Tesla's just a car company. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel and instantly unlock over 100 exclusive videos, plus my 10-year Tesla stock price targets and loads of other perks, including optional access to my Tesla valuation model, join our growing community of thousands of supporters on Patreon with the link in the pinned comment. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. Please let me know your thoughts on today's video in the comments below and click the card on screen now to watch the next video.